Don't touch anything, kitty. Hi, Moon. Morning, Carrie. I know it's still morning for Carrie Bishop, and it certainly is for me as well, although it's 11:19. So getting close to lunchtime. And I had pretty much I'd pretty much gotten up with my chores. Hi, the real Rockin' Robin. Pretty much caught up with my chores and been doing some research, like always. No, not always. Often. And I had planned to go live later in the day. And just a little bit ago on my phone, why does it look like I'm lagging? Carrie, Real Rockin' Robin, am I lagging on your end? Hi, Sun Beach. On my end, I almost look like I'm in slow motion. It's weird. If it keeps up, I'll just put up my avatar, although you know I don't like to do that. I've been having some problems with the camera the last few days. It's YouTube, Rockin' Robin. Thank you, honey. Good morning, Kim. Thank you for coming over. Oh, Carrie, you're buffering. Honey, if it drives you nuts, don't worry about it. Especially if you're busy. Hope mom's doing okay. The family, Carrie. Hope everybody's doing well, as a matter of fact. Sun Beach, it's always good to see you over here. Hi, Prissy Missy. I just hit the go live button, or it's not a button, but you know. Well, at least it is a bit of a relief to me to know that it's actually YouTube that's funky. Maybe everybody around the world is going live right now. I don't know. You didn't get a notification, Prissy Missy. I'm told that if you unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the notifications bell for all notifications, it seems to work on some channels. I'm sorry you didn't get a notification. Usually we creators, generally speaking, we get 3 notifications within a 24-hour period. And I did do a short upload this morning, honey, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Carrie Mon's doing good. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, it's the Daryl Brooks trial, Sun Beach. I've watched a little bit of that. You're talking about Waukesha. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Hi, Smiley Stories World. I want to commend you on a live stream here on my channel. I have commended you, as best as I can recall, twice in live chats in the last few days. I think last night on Dazed and Confused. Oh, what an awesome live that was last night. And I don't recall where else right now, Smiley Stories World. But, and mods, when you have a moment, please drop a link for Smiley Stories World at your convenience. Folks, if you haven't heard it, Smiley Stories World called Cecil Mills, who was the district attorney general who was called in to handle Brandon Lewis Lawson's procedures in Hawkins County, Tennessee, on his charges of 4 charges of attempted aggravated sexual battery on minors. Smiley Stories World called, I don't know if he's a district attorney general Mills or assistant district attorney general Mills. In that phone call, she is so professional. I don't know that I could have handled myself as, the phrase that keeps coming to mind is cool as a cucumber. It's a very interesting phone call. So I highly recommend it. Thank you so much, Carrie. I highly recommend going over, and if, as always, if you like what you're seeing and hearing and you choose to sub up, cool beans. Because I've been seeing folks, just to kind of lay a little groundwork here. Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't finish a thought a while ago. I'll come right back. I was going to go live later in the day when, just a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes before I went live, I got a weather alert on my phone, and we have some pretty major thunderstorms rolling in. And although I am on a surge protector because I'm in an old house, I truly, and I can't afford to replace or repair anything, I don't want to be on my PC during a thunderstorm. So that I decided to go ahead and go live now, midday, with the hopes that perhaps later in the day, in the evening, folks will do a rewatch for us. Hi, Not So Dumb Blonde. Now, back to what I was saying. Not only in the case, let me turn the other way. I'm a little more comfortable the other way. By the way, is the music too loud? Hi, Hybrid Pisces. Hi, Ancient Gypsy. What we're listening to, and I'll put, if I can find it on the internet, because this is really old. We're listening to a CD. It's chanting by Benedictine monks. And hi, Shorty Small. Okay, it's not too loud for Kim. All right. Sometimes I like to have music that for me is somewhat soothing. However, if any of you find it to be, monotonous or irritating or distracting, you let me know and I'll either turn it down or turn it off, okay? Now, to what I was going to remark about laying a little bit of foundation. I've been noticing over the past several weeks on YouTube, specifically because I suppose I'm so involved in it, in the Summer Wells community on YouTube, a beautiful unification. It isn't across the board, nor, in my opinion, should it be. We all are aware that there are certain creators on YouTube who are not responsible, who prefer to attract an audience that prefers drama, rumor, gossip, and the like. I personally would prefer that those types of channels do whatever it is they're going to do, but cease and desist from continuing to make a mockery of the case of Summer Moon Utah Wells. Now, back to the positive note. That's all I have to say negative about it. This unification on YouTube is building. Those of us who, for speaking for myself, on this channel, I have been covering Summer Moon Utah Wells for 13 months. There are others who have been covering Summer Moon Utah Wells since June the 16th of 2021. Some responsible, some not. There are new channels coming on board. Or perhaps they've been there for a while and I just wasn't aware of them. Because they're small channels. By small, what I mean is their subscription numbers are low. They don't have a lot of videos up. And it takes a while and a lot of dedication for one to get their channel into the algorithm. And it also takes more than hashtags, @signs, catchy titles. It takes substance, passion. I've already mentioned dedication. It takes honesty and integrity. In some cases, it can take a great deal of courage. And there are some creators on YouTube, I'm so very proud of their brave hearts, their passionate souls. And their dedication to Summer Moon Utah Wells. Now, is she in today's title? No, she isn't. Because that's not really what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about Carter Moore, the 4th Judicial District Judge who sat on the bench when Brandon Lewis Lawson got his nice little deal. But my audience knows that I like to give a few moments for folks to settle in, get their thinking caps on, and lay a little bit of groundwork. Welcome, people. And today, unification was the theme I chose for the opening. This morning, I shared, and I also made a short video of my own calling to my audience's attention a little channel called Hair Curlers and Crime. This morning, this person, this creator, I say it that way because I don't know if it's a male or a female. Well, I became aware of the channel last night during a live on Dazed and Confused. So this morning I went over and actually watched the video on that channel. And within 30 seconds, it was boom for me. So I made an upload this morning promoting that channel. And I hope that you will go over and watch Hair Curlers and Crime. Mods, if you can find a link, please drop it. It may be difficult unless maybe you go over to my community tab and grab it from there. Because this morning, that channel only had 106 subscribers and has posted a 2-minute and 43-second video that was so powerful and thought-provoking that I honestly felt I had no choice but to promote the channel. Now, in the past, I have aired and I've recommended channels to my viewers after I've had not as powerful, but a similar reaction. And after a little while, it turned out, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. But there's nothing wrong with giving this creator a chance, because the passion of this creator will inspire you to think. Okay? And so I just want to, in closing this part out, I want to give kudos to every single creator on YouTube and any other social media platform who has made the decision, whether we like one another or not, whether we love one another or not, whether we sub to one another's channels or not, watch one another's videos or not, is completely beside the point. We are unifying for Summer Moon Utah Wells, not as individuals, as a collective. Is there some sort of written behind the scenes meetings and mission statements? If there are, I haven't been included, nor would I want to be, because this way it's a grassroots and it's organic. It's creators looking in the mirror and deciding what is the most important. Is Summer Wells the most important, or am I? Is Summer Wells the most important, or how many subs I have? Is Summer Wells the most important, or how many views and clicks I get? And I'm proud to be part of Summer's Army. And to borrow 3 phrases from someone on YouTube that I do love. I mean, love. She goes by Angel Talks Too Fast. We will never forget you. We will never stop searching. We will get you justice. Mods, if you have a moment and when it's convenient, please drop a link for Angel Talks Too Fast. One of the best think tank type YouTube channels, digging deep and turning over leaves, relentlessly pursuing the truth and exposing the lies. Thank you, Angel. Okay, now I can look back at your chat. Y'all know me. The old stream of consciousness thing. I get my thought and I go with it. By the way, Angel Talks Too Fast is in here. Oh no. I honestly didn't know she was in here. And you don't have a copyright on that. You also have no trademark or patent on sidebar. Oh, stop blowing smoke out your nose, Angel. Are you attempting to provoke me into a video wherein the dreaded porcupine quill comes into play, Angel? It's been a while, Angel, since I've eaten your channel for dinner and spit it out and then picked the so perhaps it's time for an attack video from Look Like No More, the Empress who holds the porcupine quill. She who will not be toyed with and is in charge of the entire criminal conglomerate enterprise. Wrong end. You may now place spider webs in chat if you wish. Now, enough silliness. I've got thunderstorms coming. It's gone from sunny out this northern window to getting rather dark and gray. So let me say hi to a couple of more people, and we're just going to skim a little bit across the surface of His Honor, Judge Carter Moore. But we're going to look at things that are real and facts, and like maybe a few details, unlike someone who goes by, oh, I don't know, JLR, Jalarish. Isn't that what you call him, Angel? Jalarish. So, oh, you're smoking, are you, Angel? Are you trying to entice me to shut down my life so that I can go have a cigarette? I hope you're outside. All right. Hi, Sammy Sparrow. Angela James said hi to Carrie Bishop. Susan H.S. Hello, dear. I will be safe. I've got a storm cellar right out there, but I think it's all going to be good. Michelle Reed Duncan, always love seeing you. Angel Talks Too Fast. I don't know. I saw you have a new moderator, by the way. Angel. You know, Carrie and I and who said what? Lisbeth PCB, Jane Sorrell, Jason Ludwig, Mr. Tomato Head, S. Cisco, Royal Blue. I'm sure I'm going to leave out some of the mods over there because, you know, when you got a channel like Angels, you need a lot of mods. And hi, Autumn. Hi, Lisa Hope. Hi, Narland's Lady. Hi, Cassie's True Crime. Shorty Small, if I missed you, baby. Anyway, I need to get on to serious matters. But to finish dragging, Angel talks too fast. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. Don't make me kick you off of our lunch table. I noticed this morning I was viewing incognito when I wasn't modding for you because you're so controversial. You seem to have a new mod that goes by something like Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. And hi, Blue Eyes Webster. Hi, Ramblin' Rome. And I haven't conferred with Carrie or Jane or any of the other mods, but none of us, I'm sure, recall having been consulted before that new moderator was added to your lineup. So I think that everyone just ignore Angel's chat. I'm going to take a sip of Coca-Cola and I'm going to transition into somewhat of a let's get to know His Honor Carter Moore. And shift gears back into semi-serious. Now, I'm going to assume, you saw that, Sammy Sparrow. I'm going to assume that we all know or are at least becoming familiar with the name Carter Moore, 4th Judicial District, Tennessee, which includes Cook County. Do we all know? I'm not looking at your chat anymore because I need to be serious. And you guys have a habit of being just a little bit rowdy. You know, remember when you were like in middle school and you had this teacher that you just loved and adored, and it was your favorite class? And one of the reasons it was your favorite class is because you knew she was going to let you act up. Every time she turned her back to write on the blackboard, you guys sort of remind me of that sort of classroom from time to time. So I have to stop looking at your chat and stare into your eyes and see if I can pull up a few things on His Honor Carter Moore. Elizabeth Lander used the word honorable lightly. Hi, ma'ams, just no. Okay, let's do a little screen sharing here and hope that we don't lose. Oh, Chrome tab. So this is a page about Carter Moore being appointed by the governor of Tennessee to his circuit court position. The date of this post is October 31st of 2017. Hi, Duchess Discussions. It's interesting. When I read this earlier, I didn't notice the date on it. So Halloween of 2017, this is posted. And I will drop the link after the live in the description below. But we are looking at law.utk.edu, which is the University of Tennessee, Knoxville College of Law. And the photograph we're looking at is Carter Moore. Now, I didn't look down at chat to ensure, but I do feel quite confident that we all know that this is the man who, on October 13th of 2022, was instrumental in the facilitating of an Alford plea in the case of Brandon Lewis Lawson, who just happens to be the son of the sheriff of Hawkins County, Tennessee. His name is Ronnie Lawson. I don't like him. Never have. Anyway, today isn't about Ronnie. Today, quit being snarky, Susan. Be serious. We're just going to read, okay? We're just going to read about this gentleman being appointed by Governor Bill Haslam back in 2017. Okay. Governor appoints alumnus Carter Moore to circuit court judge position. Carter S. Moore of Cosby, Tennessee, has been appointed circuit court judge for the 4th Judicial District, serving Cook, Granger, Jefferson, and Sevier counties. The reason I get tickled is because JLR does not know how to pronounce C-O-C-K-E, county. It leans a little more towards Cook than if you dropped the E off of the end of it, as in a male rooster. So, wonder if I ought to tag Jonathan Lee Riches in that. No, because that'd be clickbait. I don't care about educating him. I care about making sure that my audience has the facts. Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam announced the appointment on my birthday? Get out of here. Are you kidding me? Who knew? Oh, I did, because I already read it. Sorry, snark. All right. Announced the appointment on October 30th. Moore, 35, obtained his law degree from the University of Tennessee College of Law in 2008. Moore has been self-employed as an attorney in Cook County since 2009, practicing family law, criminal law, probate and estate law, and personal injury law, with an emphasis on family law. He's been practicing criminal law. Let's see, when was he appointed? 2017? Okay. So he'd been practicing law for 8 years, mostly family law. A little bit of criminal law, a little bit of probate, a little bit of estate, and a little bit of personal injury, ambulance chasing type, with an emphasis on family law. Okay. He has also served as Cook County attorney since 2011, working as general counsel for the various branches of Cook County government. So, he's been in practice for 8 years, self-employed, with an emphasis on family law. But he's appointed circuit court judge. I don't know. What do I know? Just seems like that someone who had been practicing criminal law might be a little more qualified. I don't know. I'm just an old woman up in the Arkansas hills with a freaking old computer and a YouTube channel. Okay, quote, Carter has a strong background. Okay, all right, now we're getting somewhere. Don't lose faith, viewers. Don't lose faith now. If you're wondering what I'm twirling here, it's a piece of hair and fuzz. Okay, quote, this is from Governor Bill Haslam, not the current governor who is Governor Bill Lee. Don't get confused. Now, Carter has a strong background in the 4th Judicial District. Well, now I can see that because Cook County is in the 4th Judicial District. And from what else I've seen, that's where he was like freaking born and raised. So, yeah, I can see where one would say that he has a strong background there, but that doesn't necessarily imply, which I think the governor might, in my opinion, might have liked for us to assume. Because, folks, y'all know that, oh, gee whiz, I twist my words, I say wrong dates, and I mess up stuff. I get my tongue tangled up around my eye teeth to where I can't even see what I'm saying. Generally speaking, however, I'm pretty picky about saying what I mean and meaning what I say. So having a strong background in the 4th Judicial District technically could just mean that Judge Carter Moore. And by the way, I also noticed that Governor Haslam addresses him within this quote by his first name, which suggests a certain level of familiarity. And his experience fits this vacancy as well. But here's the thing about the strong background in the 4th Judicial District. Technically, that could mean no more than that the boy grew up there. I have a strong background in Cleburne County, Arkansas, the 16th Judicial District of the state of Arkansas. Strong background here. But I have absolutely no involvement whatsoever with the judicial system. So I just told you the truth. I'm not lying. I personally have a strong background in the 16th Judicial District in the state of Arkansas. Okay, let's go on. Haslam continued to say, by the way, we are pleased to have him serve in this capacity. I know that Haslam is no longer governor of Tennessee, obviously, because we have Governor Bill Lee down there now, or over there, actually, for me, not down there. I wonder if former Governor Haslam, well, I hope he's still living, I don't know. Living or dead, I hope he's still pleased with Carter Moore. after October the 13th of 2022. Moore replaces retiring Judge Ben W. Hooper II. I don't care. Unless I decide to go look at his ass, which I may, because here's why. You know the live I did the other night where our source was like giving these little, go look at what was going on in Hawkins County in 2014. Well, Judge Ben W. Hooper II, most likely, I don't know, I would have to check. Since Moore is appointed in 2017, it stands to reason that Judge Hooper II may have been the circuit court judge. But of course, he would have been over in JLR, not the same judicial district as Hawkins County. Anyway, or is it? Am I misspeaking? Pardon me. Let me scroll back up. Oh, yeah, let me look. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Cook Granger, which, just so happens to be the detention facility in which Brandon Lewis Lawson is being housed. A very important word in what's going on with all this. He is being housed in the Granger County detention facility, Brandon Lewis Lawson. Not that it would be nepotism, because nepotism is not, it's not the word one would apply to having your fucking RSO son in your own jail under the supervision of your own jailers. Oh, I'm sorry, corrections officers, people like John Allen Biggins. Oh, he doesn't work for you anymore. I'm sorry, Ronnie, I forgot. He left you and went to Sullivan County as a corrections officer, didn't he? I mean, I know there was all that stuff, Ronnie, in your jail with a inmate, and, Biggins took a punch that the other corrections officer was supposed to get, and it landed on Biggins, and there was a machete involved at the Hawkins County jail. I don't know if that has anything to do with John Allen Biggins leaving your jail as a corrections officer and meandering his ass across the county line to Sullivan County, where he became a corrections officer, and he was until he was arrested on a federal indictment of child pornography on the internet. Sorry, I went down a little rabbit hole there and had a little rant, didn't I? So anyway, because there has been some looking at and directing of crime statistics in Hawkins County in 2014, this wouldn't be the judge I would look at. All right, let's finish this from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville College of Law at 1505 Cumberland Avenue. Quote, I want to thank the governor for this appointment. It seems impossible for anyone to attempt to replace Judge Hooper. Judge Moore, you didn't say Judge Hooper II. Not that he's the second Judge Hooper, but he is Hooper II. So probably out of respect, you should have said impossible for anyone to attempt to replace Judge Hooper II. Wonder why. Did he have really big shoes, Judge Moore? I know, Your Honor, Judge Moore, let me ask you this one. What, Alfred, please, and other under the table and underhanded and rather questionable judicial proceedings did Judge Hooper oversee that you feel like it would just be impossible for you to fill his shoes? I'm just asking, sir. My motto, by the way, hi, my name is Susan. Welcome to Lip Luck No More. And my motto on my channel is mostly questions seeking answers. I don't get a lot of answers. That doesn't stop me from asking the questions, though, and provoking thought in those who have questions as well. So let's go on. Oh, continuing the quote, but I am excited to give my all to this position. I look forward to serving the people of the 4th Judicial District. Moore said, end quote. Let me see. Judge Carter Moore, 4th Judicial District of Tennessee. In your opinion, Your Honor, at sidebar, may I approach the bench? Thank you. Your Honor, do you feel that the Alfred plea and the judicial proceedings, the investigation, everything that led up to October the 13th of 2022, when you came over to Hawkins County to sit on the bench in a courtroom that isn't yours? On October the 13th, I'm speaking in a low tone because I'm standing at the bar. That means the prosecuting attorney is standing up here with me. And his name is Dan Armstrong. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Cecil Mills. And when we approach the bar and address his honor on the bench, we lower our voices. That's the entire purpose. So here's what I'm asking you, Your Honor. Do you feel that you served the people in Hawkins County, namely victims of Brandon Lewis Lawson? Mostly questions seeking answers, sir. Thank you. I'll return to my proper place. Moore was a member of the Newport Kiwanis Club. Angel, if you're still here, wonder if it was the Newport Kiwanis Club that Ronnie Lawson was addressing the other day when we watched that video on your channel. Since 2011 and is currently on its board of directors. He has been a leader of the locally based bluegrass band Mountain Edge since 2002. Oh, you're a musician, Judge Moore. Now then, you and I have some common ground, sir. Yes, sir, we do. Now we've got some common ground. You see, sir, I worked for the Department of Parks and Tourism for the state of Arkansas for 19 years as a performing artist. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one who's gone, left me blue. I said blue moon of Kentucky. We ain't talking about Kentucky, though, unless we're talking about my friend Shay. Kentucky's right there, though, sir. Right across the state line. So is Shay. She watches all this business too and reports on it. Another good, solid mountain woman with the values of her forefathers, like me. All right, Moore and his wife Renee have 3 children, and I wish that their names had not been there. And I want to say this right now. Hi, Logan's mom. If anybody who associates with my channel as a viewer, a sub, a chatter, anything, if I get wind that anybody messes with any kids in any way, you will be blocked from this channel. And you know what I mean by messing with. You don't go digging around on children. If you post photographs that have children in them and other innocent parties, you black their faces out. You take that picture, you put it in your paint program or whatever program you use, and you black out the faces or block them out. I say black because usually I use the color black. And you do a damn good job of it too. Because we protect the children. Whether Judge Carter Moore chooses to or not. Whether Cecil Mills chooses to or not. Whether Ronnie Lawson chooses to or not. Whether Dan Armstrong chooses to or not. Whether Mark Stapleton chooses to or not, we choose to protect the children and speak out on their behalf, especially when we are speaking of people, children, at this point in time, in this case, who are scared, therefore are powerless, voiceless, and caught in a whirlwind of a fucking something or other. And the children in this particular case have not, viewers, yet become what we call ourselves here, which is survivors. They are still in the scared shitless victim stage. How would you feel if a 6 foot tall, 185-pound man whose daddy is the fucking sheriff where you live and gets away with any fucking thing he apparently wants to, just like his daddy and his daddy's brother did when they were young? Because let me tell you something, folks. In Hawkins County, Tennessee, Ronnie and his brother, all you had to say was the Lawson boys, and every fucking body knew exactly who you were talking about and what the fuck they were up to. And that I have on a very reliable, from a very reliable source. Who would fucking know? So like son, like father, like son? I don't know. But we do know it has been substantiated by the Department of Justice of the United States of America that pedophilia and the violation of children for the purpose of sexual assault is a learned behavior. Did you know that, Carter Moore? Did you look at any of this? Any of it? Or did you just come into judges' chambers, confer with Mark Stapleton and Cecil Mills, don your fucking robe, walk up onto the bench, sit down, bang your goddamn gavel. I'm sorry, Lord. Viewers, I'm very sorry. I don't do that. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I do not take the Lord's name in vain. That was completely uncalled for. And if I could take it back, I would. Bang his gavel and sign off on Brandon Lewis Lawson being transported within 3 hours at 12:04 p.m. to the Granger County Detention Facility, where you, sir, Judge Moore, facilitated his housing for 1 year out of a 20-year sentence, which in my opinion was not enough. That was 5 years per charge, reduced to 3 months per charge, sir. That's for you, Carter Moore. Now, let me look at your chat a little bit. I've got one more thing I want to share. We've been on here almost an hour. Hair curlers and crime. Thank you for coming over here. It's Donna Odom in here. Donna, I've missed you, baby. You snuck past me while I was standing on a soapbox. Actually, I'm sitting in an office chair from Walmart. I told Bob the other day, maybe he'll do it for my birthday or our anniversary, which is the 29th. We did that way on purpose for him so that he would be like, okay, our anniversary is the day before her birthday, which is the day before Halloween, which is the day after her birthday, and her birthday is the day after her anniversary. I can't go wrong. It wouldn't make me mad if he got me some kind of very expensive, extremely comfortable office chair. This one was $39.99 at the Walmart. And it's pumped up, y'all, as high as it'll go. And still I have to sit on a cushion. All right, now. Oh, Duchess, it is always such an honor to have you over here. Hi, Angela James, Donna Odom. Let's see, what was that? Duchess, I know that you remarked the other day, and I'm not, just this is a quick sidebar to Dutchie. I know that you are extremely busy. Obviously, so am I. I know that in chat the other night, you and I were chatting in a manner that we both realized that we're both looking at Daniel Fallon down there in South Carolina, baby, where you have a lot more finesse and connections and stuff. So I wanted to let you know while you're here in my chat and I'm live, I'm serious about, and it's totally cool if you don't want to. I don't even know how we could coordinate it, to be frank. You be frank, I'll be earnest. But if we could, I wouldn't mind working a little bit together. And I don't mean like behind the scenes, but I just mean sharing research maybe. And maybe you come over here and join us on a panel. And we can talk about Daniel Fallon. Folks, if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is a 41-year-old school administrator, Beaufort, Beaufort, South Carolina, and he was arrested in a sting operation. I don't want to say the date because I would likely get it wrong, but this month, for internet solicitation of 12 to 14-year-olds. And Dutchie just happens to live down there. And so if you would, Dutchie, just mull it over. You know, we both got a lot of other things going on, and I totally get that. So, and Carrie already did it. I was going to ask you to drop her link, but there it is. So, cheap office chair blew your sciatic nerve, Prissy. I get up a lot, move around. A lot of times I'll like take my phone outside and walk around, and I'll do or continue research, walking around in my yard, and I'll be like walking, I'll have my phone, you know, and doing this. And if I see, I'll be deadheading flowers in the butterfly garden and stuff, you know. My mom was a master at multitasking long, like decades before that terminology entered our cultural vocabulary. And she always, frequently, one of the things she taught me was there's always something that needs to go where you are going. So when you walk past that thing, headed to where you're going, why not just go ahead and pick it up and take it there? Why would you make, Mama would say, an empty-handed trip? My mama was a very, very smart woman. I honestly wish I had spent more time telling her so. She only had an 8th grade education. Pleasant Valley, Izard County, Arkansas. For real, a one-room schoolhouse out in the middle of nowhere. 1st through 8th grade, same teacher. But she was smart as a whip, and you couldn't beat her at a crossword puzzle. She knew every... Anyway, I've got one more thing. Just wanted to calm down from my rant for a minute. I don't want to stay on here too awfully long because you guys know I try to budget my StreamYard, my free StreamYard. So, and we've been on here a little over an hour. I just want to quickly, hi Sonia. Let me pull up this other thing on Carter Moore. That isn't it. I have the wrong thing. Hang on, what is this I have pulled up? Hang on, guys. Oh, it had gone over to Angel. No, wait, don't come up. That's YouTube. I don't want YouTube to come up. We'll get the echo. Where is that other? All right, hang on, babies. I accidentally a while ago took down the wrong tab. I took down Carter Moore and left up Angel Talks Too Fast. Here it is. Let's see. Wait, that's his Twitter thing. That's his appointment thing. Hang on, I think, yeah. He looks different. Okay, hang on. I got to get back to StreamYard and screen share. Oh, well. C'est la vie. That's how it goes when you're live streaming on YouTube sometimes. Okay, here we go. This site is tncourts.gov. And this is the same guy. Grew him some facial hair. Got a nice smile. This site, the Tennessee State Courts, tncourts.gov, tells us a few things here about Carter S. Moore. Circuit, Criminal, Chancery, Business Courts, and 3-judge panels. Carter S. Moore, Circuit Court Judge. Here we have a second document, reliable receipt to substantiate that he was indeed appointed in 2017. We also have, I always like to have at least 2. You know, even the Bible refers often to 2, where 2 or more are gathered. But more applicable in this particular case would be the admonition that it should take at least 2 witnesses. So we have at least here 2 witnesses or credible sources that indeed he was in private practice from 2009 to 2017. And we can also have a second receipt that county attorney in Cook County 2011 to 2017. His education, I didn't mean to do all that. His education is the University of Tennessee School of Law, 2005-2008. Looks like he got his bachelor's at East Tennessee State East Tennessee State University, 2002-2004. And it looks like maybe an associate's degree from Walters State Community College, 2000 to 2002. As we have previously learned, and now we have more here on that. Community involvement, Newport Kiwanis Club, 2011 to the present. Board of Directors, 2016 to present. He attends the English Creek Baptist Church, and he is the leader and vocalist of the bluegrass band Mountain Edge from 2002 until the present. His counties are, as aforementioned, the 4th, oops, didn't mean to do all that, the 4th Judicial District, JLR, of Tennessee, which is Cook, Granger, Jefferson, and Sevier. I will leave a link to this page in the description below after we end the live. He's a family man with 3 children. Judge Carter S. Moore of the 4th Judicial District of the state of Tennessee, who sat on the bench on October the 13th of 2022, presiding over the proceedings of Brandon Lewis Lawson, is a father. Of course, so is Brandon Lewis Lawson, isn't he? So is Ronnie Lawson, isn't he? Don't know if Cecil Mills has got any kids. Don't know if Dan Armstrong has kids. whether they have kids or not. Shame the fuck on you, motherfuckers. Every fucking one of you. You know, I was looking yesterday too at rulings and other things in Tennessee and the United States Supreme Court regarding RSOs and accessibility to the internet. Did y'all know that this year the United States Supreme Court I don't know if I can pull it back up, and I don't hide true crime bloke. I don't want to say it incorrectly. I like to be precise. Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up before we say goodbye. I know you can't see now what I'm looking at. I'm just going to look at my Google history right quick and see if it's still close enough that I can grab it without. Okay, let me do a quick search here. Hang on. Right. U.S. Supreme Court 2022 registered sex offenders social media. Let me see if that'll give me what I... Okay, here we go. Hang on. Hang on, babies. Last screen share for today. I'll know what comes up when you put something in your Google search bar and how you have to kind of sift through it, weed through it. Well, right here at the top, what we see from criminaldefenselawyer.com, the question, are registered sex offenders allowed to use social media? And immediately beneath it, we see the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a law preventing registered sex offenders from using social media such as Facebook and Instagram. As I do from time to time, I like to borrow a phrase from America's Sheriff, Grady Judd, Polk County, Florida. Did you hear what I just said? According to criminaldefenselawyer.com, the United States Supreme Court struck down a law preventing registered sex offenders from using social media such as Facebook and Instagram. Now, has this changed? Do I need to go look at some more tabs here? USA Today, June 19th, 2017. Viewers, has this changed? Is it now? I entered U.S. Supreme Court 2022. I'm getting USA Today, Supreme Court says sex offenders can access social media. So that's in 2017 they made this ruling? Here we have them striking down a law in North Carolina that bars sex offenders from using Facebook. What is this? 2020. ACLU, which is the American Civil Liberties Union. Decision extends First Amendment protections for people on parole, recognizes social media as essential to free speech. September 9th, 2020. Hi, Rosemary and Time. Hi, Apple of His Eye. Hi, Ray Bird. Babies. Okay, now we're up to 2020 in this. Does anybody in chat know, or can you find out? I know we can find out. I'm sorry, I'm a little over the top right now. Is what I'm reading here correct? Is it true? Hi, Tanya Byington. Is it true that the United States Supreme Court in 2017, what does this say? New York. This is September 9th, 2020 again. Dateline, New York. This is from the American Civil Liberties Union. Today, the Eastern District of New York issued a decisive ruling in favor of the plaintiffs in Jones versus Stanford, blocking New York from enforcing a social media ban known as e-stop against certain categories of individuals on supervised release for sex offenses who did not use the internet as part of their offenses. The court held clearly that the state cannot banish people from social media just because of I want to say, is this a fucking joke? Is this a fucking joke? The court held clearly that the state, in this case being New York, cannot banish people from social media just because of their status as sex offenders, and that any social media or internet restrictions must be tailored individually for those who use the internet to offend. Of course, if you're Randy Haas, Haas, who used to work for Ronnie Lawson at the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department, when you have to register in the state of Tennessee as a registered sex offender, and you know Jody Sue Brown and Andy Bernard, I reckon all you have to do is go over to Miss Polly Bernard's place, Andy's mama, and she'll give you the password for her Wi-Fi, won't she? And that way you can use the internet from somebody who's not a registered sex offender. I wonder whose passwords Frank Edward Light has. I'm just curious. Mostly questions seeking answers. Wonder whose internet and Wi-Fi and other social media passwords Don Shurfy Jr. has or had. Wonder whose Brandon Lewis Lawson will have when he's released from the Granger County Detention Facility in less than a year now. His wife's, his daddy's, Fuzz over at the Burham Missionary Baptist Church. Maybe he'll let him use his internet. He's got Facebook. Oh, Fuzz does. Hi, Jack. So, maybe I shouldn't be so worked up that the Supreme Court said you can't keep sex offenders from using social media and the internet. Maybe I shouldn't be so worked up over that, because even if they had said, yeah, you need to ban them, wouldn't matter as long as you got Polly Bernards in your life that'll let you go use their internet, or Jody Sue Browns that'll let you go use theirs, or any other person you're associated with who's not a fucking registered sex offender and just goes, oh yeah, here's my password. And then they have that history on their stuff, I guess. I don't know. Looky here, as far as I'm concerned, if you knowingly, as a non-RSO, allow someone you know as an RSO to access your internet, Polly Bernard, mother of Andy Bernard, baby daddy of Jody Sue Brown, neighbor of Summer Moon Utah Wells, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark. And I don't believe it's Roquefort cheese. I've said before, and I'll say again before I say goodbye today. If it is not by this time more than perfectly clear that corruption is being practiced on an industrial level by certain individuals within certain government agencies, including the judicial branch. Don't forget, folks, 3 branches of government. Remember 9th grade civics? Administrative, judicial. What's the third one? Legislative. Politicians, underhanded dealings, special treatment, scared victims, minor children, scared of a 6-foot-tall, 185-pound deviant, who just happens to be the sheriff's son. Okay, well, okay. So, back to my closing statement, Your Honor, Judge Moore, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. If it has not by this time become blatantly obvious, based on evidence presented in the public court of law, that nepotism, favoritism, entitlement, corruption, nefarious dealings are being practiced, then I have no choice other than to rest my case and leave it in the hands of public opinion. Because you see now, that's where we are. We're not in the public court of law, which yours was not. You, Judge Carter S. Moore, are now in our court of public opinion. So we're going to be looking at you, sir. Now, I'm not much the type, Your Honor, to dig into one's past. There are lots of people on YouTube that do that. No, you see, sir, I practice a little thing that my viewers have come to know as patience and observation. I'm known as a long gamer. And as Leslie Nielsen's character said in the movie Creepshow, I can hold my breath for a long time. And because I'm retired, I have a lot of time. I'm also a master of circular breathing, so I would be breathing and you wouldn't know it. Mm-hmm. But I can hold my breath a long, long time. And viewers, I've noticed some other creators who seem to enjoy using my phraseology the way I seem to enjoy stealing it / borrowing it from my friend Angel when I say sidebar. I appreciate y'all doing that. And one of those phrases, and I'm sure I'm not the first person in the world to say it, but I can say after months of being in this community on YouTube, I didn't hear anybody else say it until after I did. Oh boy, aren't I the trendsetter? When I said, when you fuck with me, you're playing checkers on a chessboard. And that goes for everybody. Chess is not a game of dominance. It's a game of strategy, patience, and observation of one's opponent. So, in closing, before we have a little song, if I can think of one, viewers, I would like to admonish you to remember the following, especially when it comes to YouTube or any social media. The enemy of your enemy is not your friend. Did you hear what I said? I added a word, the word not. The enemy of your enemy is not your friend necessarily. Don't for one moment think that by me using an analogy of checkers and chess that I consider any of this to be a game. Because as my mama would have said, I am as serious as stink on shit. All right. Oh, I like to lighten up, you guys know, before we say goodbye. Quick story of an upcoming. Most of my viewers know that I actually come out of the entertainment industry with a number of things under my belt on my resume, but primarily being a professional vocalist and the owner of an audio-video production house for a number of years in my earlier life, where we got a couple of gold records and a couple of albums, a couple of platinum albums, and one gold record. And it wasn't for a band called Ozark Daredevils, although I am and my people are from the Ozark Mountains, Hills, and Hollers. Didn't get to work with them in the studio, but knew them. And they had a song, and if anybody steals this idea and it hits YouTube before I do it, I'll be very unhappy with you. Can't do anything about it, but I'll be unhappy with you. And they tell you that you shouldn't tell other people, oh, I had this creative idea and I'm going to do it. But the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, who I knew, had a song called Jackie Blue. And it just occurred to me that as a vocalist, if I had the soundtrack to that, I could do a parody, like, what was his name? Weird Al Yankovic. Change the lyrics a bit and do, ooh, 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 Jody Sue. Hang on. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do a full production. By full production, what I mean is, I know you can't see what I'm looking at. And I'm not going to show you what I'm looking at. I'm just needing reference for a second to remind me of something. Ooh, 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 Jody Sue lives her life from inside of her room. Hides a smile when she's wearing a frown. Ooh, Jody, you're not so down. You live your life in a free-form style. You'll take an inch, rather take a mile. There never seems to be quite enough floating around to fill your lean cup. Ooh, 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 Jody Sue. What's a game, girl, if you never lose? Ask a winner and you'll probably find, ooh, Jody, they've lost at some time. Don't try to tell me that you're not aware. of what you're doing and that you care. You say it's easy, just a natural thing. Like playing music too damn bad you can't sing. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, 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 Jody Sue. Making wishes that never come true. Going places that you've never been. Ooh, Jody, you're going again. Ooh, Jackie. Ooh, Jody. I haven't rewritten all the lyrics yet. That's just part of the rewrite of the parody. Originally known as Jackie Blue by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, my friends, whose permission I do not have to make a parody of their song. So I'll probably get a copyright claim. Do I care? No, I'm not monetized. Doink. Okay, that's going to be the song for today. All right, hour 36. Let's get off of here, babies. I would tell you to behave yourselves, but I see absolutely no reason whatsoever to waste my breath and your time asking you to behave when everybody watching right now knows there's not a single one of you that's going to do it. So go out and have you some fun. But while you're doing it, you make sure you stay safe and aware. And while you're out there, always look around and see if you see this. The universal sign. Thumb to the palm, 4 fingers over. I'm being held against my will and I need help. It can be someone standing in a window as you're driving down the street and you glance off to the side. It can be someone in a grocery store who's accompanied by someone else, and not necessarily a child. So viewers, while you're out there having fun and being safe, sometimes we have to help someone else be safe. And teach this, please, to your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your next door neighbors, the folks you go to church with, folks you attend Sunday school with, folks you go to yoga with. You feel me? Thumb to the palm, 4 fingers over. I'm being held against my will and I need help. I'm not. Bob knows who wears the pants in this house. So, I'm going to see you on the flip-flop, whether you like it or not. That is, if you choose to tune in. And I'm ending the broadcast. And tomorrow, we're going to do more Halloween trivia in the broadcast. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Like, share, and subscribe. I love you.